the sum of two numbers is 11 and their product is 24, then the numbers are, what are the numbers? Let's have solution. So solving word problems, the first thing we need to note is that as you are reading, we are going to be interpreting the statement one by one. The question says the sum of two numbers, two either the same numbers or different numbers. So we don't know the numbers, but they said there are two numbers which are unknown. The first thing we say is let the numbers be x and y, because we don't know the value of those numbers. All we are aware of is that there are two numbers. So the sum, the meaning of sum is plus. So the sum of these two numbers, that is x plus y, is equals to 11. That is the first statement. And their product, the meaning of product is multiply. That is x multiplied by y is equals to 24, which is the same thing as xy is equals to 24. Now we have two linear equations, which is now simultaneous linear equation. Let us name this equation 1 and this equation 2. So simplifying simultaneous linear equation, we can use the elimination method, we can use the substitution method, we can use any method. So from 1, which is x plus y is equals to 11, we can make x the subject of the relation or the subject of the formula, which is going to be x is equals to 11 minus y. Let us name this equation 3. So we can now substitute sub x is equals to 11 minus y in 2, because we started from equation 1, we are going to substitute it in the next equation, which is equation 2. So at x is equals to 11 minus y, we are going to have, instead of x, we have 11 minus y in brackets multiplied by y, then is equals to 24. So we can simplify this. Let's open the brackets. 11 times y, or y times 11, we have 11y minus y squared is equals to 24. For the fact that we are having negative y squared, so we can bring all these terms into the right hand side. So bringing them to the right hand side, we have y squared, then from negative is going to be plus y squared, then plus 11y to the next, to the right hand side is going to be minus 11y, then even plus 24 is equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation where we can factorize, we can use the general formula, we can use the completely the square method, and so on. So without wasting any minutes of our time, let us factorize. This is going to be y squared minus 8y minus 3y plus 24 is equals to 0. Because minus 8y multiplied by minus 3y is going to be the product of the first and the last term, which is a y squared, and the constant, which is 24y squared. Then if we add minus 8y minus 3y, is going to be 11y. So let's factorize. We have the common, since we have 4 terms, we group them into 2's. So we have y open bracket, y is common, we are left with y minus 8 minus 3 open bracket, y minus 8 is equals to 0. We have y minus 8, y minus 8, we pick 1. Then open bracket, y minus 3. The value we have factorized out, and this is going to be 0. So now the product of y minus 8 and the product of y minus 3 is equals to 0. Anytime we are multiplying two numbers and it is equals to 0, it means either one of the 10 or one of the number is 0, or just like having either 1 multiplied by 0 is equals to 0, the second term is 0, or 0 multiplied by 1 is equals to 0, or both numbers are 0. 0 times 0 is also 0. These are the three cases. So here we are going to let each of those numbers to be equals to 0. So we have y minus 8 is equals to 0, or y minus 3 is equals to 0. This is going to be y is equals to 8, or y is equals to 3. But this is for only one value, which is for y. So we still have to find the value of x. So at y is equals to 8. Now from 3, which is x is equals to 11 minus y. Now from 3. So just substitute the value of y as 8. So we have x is equals to 11 minus 8. So x is equals to 3. Then secondly, at y is equals to the second value of y, which is 3. X is the same thing as 11 minus y, which is equals to 11 minus 3, and x is equals to 8. So meaning at y equals 8, x equals 3. At y equals 3, x equals 8. You can see the numbers are simultaneously. That is, when x is equals to 8, y is equals to 3, and when x is equals to 3, y is equals to 8. So finally, we can now conclude that these numbers are 3 and 8, or 8 and 3, because the sum of the two numbers 8 and 3, 8 plus 3 is equals to 11. Then the product 8 multiplied by 3 is equals to 24, and that's the answer.